विद्महे शिवातत्त्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। ॐ पराब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवातत्त्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। ॐ पराब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवातत्त्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गं गणेशाय नमः। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात्। ॐ हर्लीं बगलामुखी फट् स्वाहा। ॐ हर्लीं बगलामुखी फट् स्वाहा। ॐ हर्लीं बगलामुखी फट् स्वाहा। ॐ श्री गुरुदेव दत्त। ॐ श्री गुरुदेव दत्त। ॐ श्री गुरुदेव दत्त। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ पराब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ पराब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ पराब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ पराब्रह्माय विद्महे शिवातत्त्वाय धीमहि तन्नो मोहन प्रचोदयात्। ॐ दत्तादेवाय विद्महे आदिपुत्राय धीमहि तन्नो दत्ता प्रचोदयात्। Chapter 8. Sri Pradashri Vallabha blesses a Brahmani and her son. How long Sri Guru Sri Pradashri Vallabha stayed at Kokana and what happened later? Sri Siddha, Sri Guru lived secretly for 3 years and from there he went to Srigiri. After 4 months, he went to Nivriti, Sangam and then to Kuravapur on the bank of the Krishna River. There lived a Brahmin, well versed in Veda and Shastra. We had a good-natured, devoted wife, Ambika, by name. Shiva got children, but none survived except one son. In due course, his thread ceremony was celebrated. He was dull, foolish, and dumb. Hence, the parents were much worried. The Brahmin got tired while training him and at times beat him for not learning his lessons. His wife could not bear the cruel treatment to her only son. The Brahmin died after some time. The woman lived with her son, begging for their livelihood. The boy grew up, but being foolish and poor, no one liked to give one's daughter in marriage to him. People said to him, "Your father was a learned man, but you are like a stone. You have brought disgrace to your family. How are you not ashamed of begging for your living? Better give up your life in the Ganga River." He was aggrieved to hear such harsh words off and on. He therefore intended to give up his life in the deep waters of the river. Seeing his mother, said to him in grief, "I shall also accompany you." They both went on the river Krishna. Sri Pradashri Vallabha also had been there. Seeing him, the mother bowed to him and said, "We have both decided to give up our lives in this river. But as committing suicide is a sin, how shall we be relieved of our miseries without being offended?" Sri Guru asked, Which miseries induced you to give up your life? Narrating her whole account, the woman said, Swamin, we visited a holy place and observed vrats for getting a son, and after this we got the son. But he is Dalal. All despise him and scold him. I therefore request you to bless him with a son who will be pious, like your God, self, at least in the next birth. He should prove good for all our future generations. Seeing her devotion, Sri Guru said, your worship Ishwar, Sri Shiva, with devotion, and you will have a godlike son. Nanda Gawali worshipped God, and hence Sri Krishna lived at his house. Your desire will also be fulfilled if you worship him devotedly. The woman asked, how did the coward worship Sri Hari? What vrat did they observe? Sri Guru, on every Shani Pradosh, worship God Shiva. A tale in this respect is narrated in Skand Purana. There lived a righteous king, Chandrasan, in Ujjain. Mani Bhadra was the chief counselor. He worshipped Sri Shiva most devotedly, and Sri Shiva and favored him with the most bright Chitamani bead, which he had given to his master Chandrasen. A mere touch of the bead turned iron into gold. By mere sight of the bead, one's desires were fulfilled. So all other kings desired to have such a bead. Many kings tried to get the bead from the king and offered him money for the same, but all efforts were in vain. So they all combined their forces and attacked Ujjain. When Chandrasen was engaged in worship Sri Shiva on Shani Pradosh, the children of the cowherds watched the worship of the king, and they also wished to worship Shiva. Similarly, the boys gathered stones and prepared a Shiva temple and placed one stone as image of Shivalinga and began worshipping it with flowers and other herbs. The mother of the boys came there and took their sons for meals to their homes. But one boy did not go home. His mother thrashed him angrily and said, it is not right. It is night now. Come to have your meals. She broke the temple and threw away the image of Shivlinga. Seeing this, the boy began to weep in grief and intended to give up his life. But after some time, he fell asleep. Sri Shiva was pleased with his devotion and created a beautiful temple. A linga of precious stone was installed in it. Sri Shiva awoke the boy, looked at him with affection, and asked him to have a boon from him. The boy was much delighted. He bowed to Sri Shiva and said, my mother has broken the evening worship. Kindly forgive her. Sri Shiva said, as your mother has seen the evening worship, you will get a son named Sri Krishna in the next birth, and you will also have all the pleasures. The forces of the enemies were emerged. They spoke among themselves. What wonder is this? How this bright, beautiful temple has been created here within a night. Let us give up enmity and see the king, who is so virtuous on friendly terms. They sent their messages to the king. The king requested them to come to the Shiv temple, where he would see them. Chandrasen was also wonderstruck to see sunlight right Shiva temple sprung up during the night. The cowherd boy's house also looked very bright. The king asked the boy the reason of the miracle. The boy narrated the whole story to all the kings who had gathered there. All were much pleased to hear him. They said, you really become the king of the cowherds. They offered the boy many gifts and land, and expecting Chandrasen, all the kings returned to their places. The boy went home and narrated to his mother all that had occurred. He said, Sri Shiva was pleased with my evening worship, as I requested him to forgive you, even though you had broken the temple. He was not angry with you at all, but he assured that the incarnation of Sri Krishna will stay at your home. Sri Pradashi Vallabha narrated the significance of the Shani Pradosh worship to his Brahmani, and seeing her devotion, placed his palm over the head of her son and blessed him. Eventually, the boy instantly had the knowledge of the Vedas, Shastras, Tark, Bhashya. All the Brahmins and his mother were wonderstruck to see this. The mother respectfully bowed to Sri Guru and said that she was fortunate to see Sri Guru and to get his blessing. She said, "You are God yourself. We shall worship you in the evening. I hope I shall have a son like you, good self in the next birth. Let not your words be untrue." Saying this, she began to worship Sri Guru every evening with devotion. The son got married and had sons and grandsons. Those who are blessed by Sri Guru receive all leisures in the same way. Om Parabrahmaya Vidmahe Shiva Tattvaya Dhimahi Tanno Mohan Prachodayat. Om Parabrahmaya Vidmahe Shiva Tattvaya Dhimahi Tanno Mohan Prachodayat. Om Parabrahmaya Vidmahe Shiva Tattvaya Dhimahi Tanno Mohan Prachodayat. Thank you for joining us on chapter 8. Please join us for the following chapters.
Thank you so much for joining us. Please do subscribe to the page as well as click on the bell icon so you can receive notifications once we upload the next chapters. Jai Mohan Ji.